In today's video, we are going to look at one of the biggest mysteries of our time. Where did Atlantis go? Or to put it another way, where is Atlantis? If you love ancient mysteries and archaeology, make sure to subscribe. Let's get into today's video. The story of Atlantis comes from the Greek philosopher Plato, who tells the story of a great and powerful empire that existed 9,000 years before his time. According to Plato, this powerful civilization was located in the Atlantic Ocean, was destroyed by a catastrophic flood, and sank beneath the waves. Since Plato first wrote about the mysterious lost world, there have been many theories and much debate over where Atlantis could be. And it seems like everyone has an opinion on the matter. Was Atlantis real or just a fairy tale? And if it was real, where did it go? In this video, we will explore some of the most popular theories and see what evidence there is to support them. To understand where Atlantis may have gone, we need to take a closer look at Plato's original story. In his text, he describes the Atlanteans as a naval power that was unrivaled in strength and wealth. They were known for their advanced technology and their powerful army. However, their arrogance and greed led to their downfall. As punishment for their sins, the gods sent a great flood which destroyed their empire and sank it into the ocean. Many people believe that Plato's story was a metaphor for the destruction of a real civilization. But where could that have been? One of the most popular theories is that Atlantis was located in the Strait of Gibraltar. This narrow stretch of water separates Spain and Morocco and is only about 8 miles wide. According to this theory, the Atlanteans settled here after leaving their homeland in the Middle East. They built a great city which became a hub of trade and culture. However, an earthquake and tsunami destroyed the city and caused it to sink beneath the waves. There is some evidence to support this theory. For example, there are ancient ruins off the coast of Morocco that may date back to the Atlanteans. Additionally, the area is seismically active, and there have been several earthquakes and tsunamis throughout history. Another popular theory is that Atlantis was located in the Aegean Sea. This body of water is home to many Greek islands and was an important part of the ancient world. According to this theory, the Atlanteans came from a land called Poseidonia, which was located somewhere in the eastern Mediterranean. They settled in the Aegean Sea and built a great navy which allowed them to control the trade routes in the region. However, the Athenians became too powerful and greedy, and the gods punished them by sending a flood that sank their cities. There is also evidence to support this theory. For example, there are many underwater ruins in the Aegean Sea that could date back to the ancient world. Additionally, the area is prone to earthquakes and tsunamis, which could have caused the destruction of Atlantis. A third popular theory is that Atlantis was located in the Black Sea. This large body of water is shared by several countries, including Russia, Ukraine, and Romania. According to this theory, the Atlanteans came from a lost civilization in the Middle East and migrated to the Black Sea. They built a thriving colony there and became very wealthy. However, the Athenians became arrogant and greedy, and the gods sent a flood to punish them. There is some evidence to support this theory as well. For example, there are ancient ruins off the coast of Bulgaria that may date back to the Atlanteans. Additionally, the area is seismically active, and there have been several earthquakes and tsunamis throughout history. One of the most intriguing theories is that Atlantis was located in Antarctica. This continent is covered in ice and was not discovered until 1820. According to this theory, the Atlanteans were an advanced civilization that lived in Antarctica before it was covered in ice. They had a highly advanced society with a strong military and a deep understanding of science and technology. However, the continent began to freeze and the Atlanteans were forced to flee. Some made it off the continent alive and resettled in other parts of the world, while others perished in the sea wasteland. There is some evidence to support this theory. For example, there are ancient ruins in Antarctica that may date back to the Atlanteans. Additionally, the continent's sudden emergence from the sea during the last ice age could have caused the destruction of Atlantis. The next theory is that Atlantis was located somewhere in the Arctic. This region is known for its icy weather and its remote location. According to this theory, the Atlanteans were a hardy people who thrived in the cold climate. They developed a unique culture and way of life and became very advanced in certain areas of knowledge. However, the climate began to change and the Atlanteans were forced to flee. Some made it off the continent alive and resettled in other parts of the world, while others perished in the frozen wasteland. There is also some evidence to support this theory. For example, there are ancient ruins in the Arctic that may date back to the Atlanteans. Additionally, the continent's sudden emergence from the sea during the last ice age could have caused the destruction of Atlantis. The final theory is that Atlantis was never a physical place at all. Instead, it was a metaphor used by Plato to describe the decline of a civilization. He may have been referring to the destruction of the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. This civilization was highly advanced for its time and had a strong influence on the ancient world. However, it was destroyed by a volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, now called Santorini. There is evidence to support this theory as well. For example, there are ancient ruins on Crete that may date back to the Minoan civilization. Additionally, the volcanic eruption on Thera could have caused the destruction of the Minoan civilization. So, where is Atlantis? The truth is we don't know. There is no concrete evidence that can prove any of these theories to be true. And it's possible that Atlantis was nothing more than a myth. However, the mystery of Atlantis continues to fascinate us, and there are many people who believe that it was a real place. Who knows? Maybe one day we will find evidence that can finally solve the mystery of Atlantis. Until then, the search goes on. So what do you think? Where was Atlantis? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Now let's move on to the next part of the video. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. The legend of Atlantis has captured the imagination of people for centuries. The idea of a great and powerful civilization that was lost to time and natural disaster is both fascinating and tragic. While the existence of Atlantis has never been proven, there are those who believe that it really did exist somewhere in the world. The story of Atlantis was first told by the Greek philosopher Plato in his work Timaeus. According to Plato, Atlantis was an island nation that was situated in the Atlantic Ocean. It was said to be larger than Libya and Egypt put together and was inhabited by a race of wise and noble people. The Atlanteans were said to have been blessed with great wealth and natural resources, and they used their power and influence to build a great city which they named Atlantis. The city was said to be a marvel of the ancient world with towering walls, grand palaces, and a bustling harbor. However, the Atlanteans became arrogant and greedy, and they angered the gods. As a punishment, the gods sent a great flood which destroyed the city of Atlantis and sank it beneath the waves. According to Plato, this happened 9,000 years before his time. Since Plato first wrote about Atlantis, there have been many theories as to where it could be located. Some believe that it was located in the Strait of Gibraltar, while others believe it was in the Aegean Sea or even in Antarctica. Despite the many theories, no one has been able to prove that Atlantis really did exist. And so it remains a mystery. The legend of Atlantis has inspired many works of art, literature, and film. It has captured the imagination of people for centuries, and it continues to fascinate us today. The story of Atlantis is a reminder of the power of nature and the importance of humility. It is a cautionary tale of a civilization that was destroyed by its own greed and arrogance. Atlantis, the Lost Empire, is a captivating tale of a legendary civilization that once thrived but is now lost to time. The story of Atlantis has captured the imaginations of people for centuries and continues to fascinate us even today. The idea of a powerful and advanced civilization existing in the distant past but being wiped out by a natural disaster is both intriguing and thought-provoking. The legend serves as a reminder of the impermanence of human civilization and the importance of learning from the mistakes of the past. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the ancient world, the story of Atlantis will undoubtedly continue to capture our imaginations and inspire new theories and discoveries. Who knows? Maybe one day we will uncover the truth behind this legendary civilization. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. See you next time.